Good evening to Mr. Fatin and my fellow friends. I'm going to present a persuasive speech entitled Implementing a Sugar Tax in Malaysia is an important step in combating the rising obesity and diabetes rates. Did you know that Malaysia is ranked as the most obese country in Southeast Asia, with nearly 1 in 2 adults classified as either overweight or obese? I recently read a report from the National Health and Mobility Survey, a comprehensive study conducted by Dr. Ganapati, Dr. Ajit Tahir, and Dr. Ani Ahmad, titled Technical Report Volume 1, published in 2019. The report reveals that 1 in 5 Malaysians lives with diabetes, translating to approximately 3.9 million people aged 18 years and above, and these numbers are only increasing. Imagine the countless lives affected, families losing loved ones so soon, children growing up without their parents, and households burdened by the high cost of managing these preventable diseases. Obesity and diabetes are not just national statistics. They impact our quality of life, leading to long-term health complications such as heart disease, kidney failure, and amputations. Beyond personal health, the economic burden affects all Malaysians, as the government spends billions of ringgit annually on healthcare to manage these preventable diseases. This results in higher taxes and fewer resources for other public services such as education and infrastructure. By discussing the sugar tax, we are not only addressing a solution that can improve public health, but also ensuring a healthy future for ourselves and generations to come. As a student of microbiology myself, with hands-on experience in medical laboratory settings, I have witnessed the impact of diseases like diabetes up close, from analyzing blood sugar levels to understanding the long-term complications of obesity-related illnesses. I want to share this knowledge with you because it's not just about statistics, it's about our health, our loved ones, and our future. As you can see here, for the first graph, it shows a trend where the prevalence of diabetes has been increasing steadily from 7.2% in 2011 to 9.4% in 2019. And the second group shows the prevalence of diabetes varies significantly by age group. Now that we understand the seriousness of obesity and diabetes in Malaysia, let's explore how implementing a sugar tax can provide significant benefits to our society. A sugar tax can reduce obesity and diabetes rates, especially in Malaysia, which has some of the highest prevalence rates in Southeast Asia. By discouraging excessive sugar consumption, the tax creates extra revenue for the government and encourages healthier lifestyles among individuals. Firstly, excise duties on sugary beverages generate additional income for the government. In a report published by the World Health Organization in 2022, it was noted that within the first year of implementation, the sugar-sweetened beverage tax in Portugal generated approximately $19 million US, with South Africa's health promotion levy generated revenues around $200 million within the first 2 years. This data demonstrates how implementing taxes on sugary drinks can lead to increased government revenue. This revenue can be reinvested in impactful programs such as care initiatives, public awareness campaigns, and promoting physical activity. According to a report published by the World Health Organization in 2022, a study from Portugal estimates that the observed reductions in purchases and sugar content in sugary soft drinks achieved through reformulation, potentially preventing around 40 to 78 new cases of obesity annually, with a significant impact on adolescents aged 10 to 18 years. This reinforces the concept that sugar tax helps to highlight the risks associated with high sugar consumption, encouraging people to choose healthy options and be more mindful of their dietary choices. Now that we have explored why implementing a sugar tax is crucial for addressing Malaysia's rising obesity and diabetes rates, let's take a look at how we can actually make this a reality. The implementation of a sugar tax in Malaysia requires a strategic approach. Firstly, the key steps to guarantee its success are by establishing a clear and consistent guideline for beverage manufacturers regarding sugar content thresholds and corresponding tax rates. This ensures clear expectations and uniformity in the industry. Regular inspections and compliance checks should be conducted to ensure that the manufacturers follow these guidelines. Secondly, collaborating with stakeholders such as beverage manufacturers, distributors, and retailers may foster cooperation. Providing incentives to companies that reformulate their products to meet lower sugar thresholds will encourage industry-wide improvements without negatively impact business operations. And thirdly, the government can reduce the cost of healthier drink options such as bottled water or beverages with less sugar to encourage consumers to choose healthy choices. This will ensure that the tax acts as a motivator for positive change rather than an extra financial burden by making healthy choices more widely available and reasonably priced. After talking about how the sugar tax can be implemented successfully, it's essential to think about the risk of not taking action. If you don't implement this policy, Malaysia may continue to see an increase in the number of people who are obese and diabetic, which could have a major impact on our economy and public health. Let's now take a look at the risk society may face if the sugar tax is not implemented. Firstly, Sugary drinks will probably continue to be consumed in large quantities, which will contribute to the obesity and diabetes problem. The expense of treating these long-term illnesses will inevitably rise, causing heavily taxing of the healthcare system. Besides, hospitalization rates will rise as more people seek medical attention for obesity-related issues, which will increase the cost even more. A new report from the Ministry of Health Malaysia and the World Health Organization titled Direct Healthcare Costs of Non-Communicable Diseases in Malaysia, published in 2022, reveals that hospitalization, medical tests, medications, and primary care consultations for cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and cancer cost the Malaysian economy upwards of 9.65 billion ringgit annually. This high cost emphasizes the importance of public health measures to decrease sugar intake and promote better health for Malaysians. Secondly, as more individuals suffer from these conditions, their ability to work, contribute productively to the economy, and maintain healthy lives diminishes. This ultimately redirects important funds from economic growth to medical care and treatment. The resulting strain in the workforce can slow overall economic growth, affecting the country's prosperity. In a report by Bloom and colleagues published in 2011 titled The Global Economic Burden of Non-Communicable Diseases, it is emphasized that individuals with diabetes lose a significant amount of potential work time, 8% in low and middle income countries and 2% in high income countries. The report also highlights that when estimating lost income due to diabetes mortality, it is assumed that those who die from diabetes do not earn any money during the year they die. To sum up, the report points out that economic impact of diabetes extends beyond individual loss, as it assumes that those who die from the disease do not generate any income during the last year, which affects overall economic productivity. Lastly, individuals living with obesity and diabetes often experience a range of health complications. Without the implementation of sugar tax, the rate of these conditions will keep rising, reducing the overall quality of life for many Malaysians. In a study published in 2023 in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health, Hunt and colleagues found out that obesity is associated with increased risk of undiagnosed diabetes mellitus, high blood pressure, and hypercholesterolemia. This research highlights that significant health risks that obesity poses, particularly in Malaysia, where these conditions are becoming increasingly prevalent. As we have seen today, the rising rates of obesity and diabetes in Malaysia are serious concerns that require immediate action. We will explore how the sugar tax can be implemented, the risk of not taking action, and the positive impact it could have on public health and economy. I urge you to start to reduce your intake of sugar-sweetened beverages. You can choose healthier alternatives like water or unsweetened teas. Besides, you can also support beverage companies that prioritize low-sugar or sugar-free alternatives. To sum up, the rising rates of obesity and diabetes in Malaysia are not just a health issue. They are a national crisis that requires immediate attention. The implementation of sugar tax is a crucial step in combating these issues. By making healthy choices and supporting policies that reduce sugar intake, we can start to change the course of our nation's health and well-being. We have the power to take action. Therefore, let's work together to create a healthy Malaysia. That's all from me. Thank you.